What is up, Facebook? Michelle Ann here with more manifesting tips for you guys today. So, I was going through some notes because that's what I do. I write. I write all day, every day. Whenever I have thoughts come in my head, I've got to put them on paper, and it's just my way of expressing what's on my mind. Comes in handy that way I don't forget anything. But just going through some stuff, and one thing I really found helpful and I continue to do is the day I realized that the day I decided to stop efforting into how I thought everything should be done. Decided to stop doing things to please other people and start doing things to just please myself. Creating disappointment over and over and over again seemed like it was just never ending. It was like you try and you try and you try and you just never get anywhere. And then the day comes where you realize, what are you trying to do? Who are you trying to do it for? And then it dawns on you that you don't need other people's approval. Everything you need to be successful and to be awesome is already within you. We all have it. Each and every one of us. You are special. You are a creator. You are a manifester. You are always creating. If you don't like your life, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you created it. But the good news is you can create your way out of it too. So, like I said, that was a day I got fed up trying to make it happen. I decided, screw it. I'm going to make me happy, and I know I deserve it. I finally realized that my self-worth and validation had to come from myself. I had been looking for it everywhere externally. You will never find and feel true validation from outside of yourself. True validation and self-worth comes from within. And we all have that ability to tap into it. It is all within us. Each of us is like a little mini universe unto ourselves. We are the creators of our own personal universe. Everything we see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. As we sit inside within our personal universe, which is all around us, just like the planets, stars, comets, nebula, gases, etc., are on the inside of us. So if you think of a cell, it looks like a little tiny solar system, right? So as above, so below. If you think of the universe, we have all the different galaxies and solar systems and nebulae, comets, and everything else out there. If you take that macrocosm of everything and shrink it down into our size, it's like we have all these little universes, or little solar systems, and what's the word I'm looking for? Galaxies, yeah, like ourselves are like little mini galaxies, right? So we really are our universe. So we are a whole bunch of individual universes walking around having our own experience, and we bump into other people who are their own versions of their own universe, because we are all creating our own reality. So I just thought that was so cool. I was reading that again and I was like, oh my gosh, like, yes, that's so cool. Because our universe is ours and ours only. You will have experiences with other people, and you think they are part of your universe. But each person is creating their own universe as well. How cool is that? So when you're interacting with another person, it's like two universes colliding, as each has their own unique experience of this collision. The many that make up what we see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. Each of us is a creator unto our own universe within the oneness of the larger omniverse. As above, so below. So this explains why no two people have the same experience. Do you ever notice that? Like, if there's a car accident and the police come to take witness statements, it's very rare that they actually get the same statement from two separate people. Or a multitude, for that matter, right? And why is that? It's all about the law of perception. What you perceive is created by the lens through which you're viewing the situation through, right? And that's another long, well, it's not long, but it's another story that I'll get into. But the law of perception is you see the way through your individual lens. Like, no two people have the exact same experiences. Perception, everybody's perception is different. And this explains why no two people have the same experience. So although similar, the actual experience that universes have is as individual as fingerprints. Law of perception explains this very well. So chaos theory, or butterfly effect. The smallest change in the smallest particle can and does set off a ripple effect. And it has always been and is an eternal process. So when you change your perception, you will change the quantum level effect on your reality. Because your life is reacting. Wait, where did that go? Yeah, your life is reacting to what you're perceiving. Yeah, to your perception, which creates a feeling. This is cool. Which creates a feeling, which emits a vibration. And it is this vibration that is what turns the infinite potential in your universe into the things you want to experience in your reality, like what you can hear, smell, see, taste, touch, all that. So that's how thoughts become things. And that's like just so cool. So I'm really glad I found this writing here today. So it's just like, wow, like that's how we do it. We choose to create our perception, our reality, by changing the lens through which we're viewing the events in our life. Are you a glass half full or a glass half empty kind of person? It kind of comes down to that basic thing too. But when you know that the point isn't whether the glass is full or empty, the point is that the glass is always refillable, and that there is infinite supply to fill your cup, and that your cup can be filled to overflowing, and it is your divine birthright to have your cup filled to overflowing. There is no lack. There is no lack. Look at this world we're living in today. You don't see resources from other planets being shipped onto this planet, yet we continue to thrive, survive, and create more things. Out of what? We just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, because that's the momentum. We are here to create, and that's what we do. I just think that's so awesome. Like, leading edge potential of all that is. How cool is that? And when you decide what you want, you think about it, you put it out there, and then you let it go. And you start cultivating gratitude for what you want, knowing that everything's coming for you. Don't keep beating the drum of that it's not there yet, because then you're focused on the lack of something and you're going to continue to see lack. But when you know that your glass is refillable and is always being filled constantly, so it's like an ebb and flow, like you can keep drinking and your glass keeps getting filled as you drink, and that's how it's supposed to work. It's a flow. It's not a fill-up station. It's a flow. So you got to use what you got. When you use what you got, you get more. It's a flow. That is so cool. It was like an epiphany just went off. It's like, oh my gosh, yes, use what you have, people. And more will be given to you. It's law of attraction. So I just think that's really, really cool. So I was really excited that I found my notes on that today, and really excited that I got to share that with you today. I wrote that when I arrived in South Beach back in January, and I remember waking up that morning, and it was such a beautiful morning. It was the first time in South Beach I got to see the sunrise right in through the window, and it was so beautiful. I will never forget my time there. It was just magical. And then, to make it even better, it literally rained golden $100 bills overnight. I'm not lying. I will show them to you sometime. If I had one nearby, I would do it, but they're literally like golden $100 bills. We looked out over the patio, and they were all over the ground. And we asked, they didn't belong to anybody. We couldn't figure out who they belonged to, but it was just like, how does it get better than this? It rained gold overnight. So we knew we were on a exciting adventure, and my goodness, we did have an exciting adventure. We learned so much, met some amazing people, and now I'm building ClickFunnels. So how cool is that? I mean, me, like the least tech savvy person in the world, building ClickFunnels, sales funnels. Wow, online, who knew? Anyway, but yeah, it's all in the attitude, right? We create a reality. Change your perception. Everything is working out for you. When you can be grateful for the things that you don't understand why they showed up for you, that's magic, because you can take something that was meant for harm and find a way to turn to it and use it to your advantage every single time. So with that said, I'm going to say good night and happy manifesting. Feel free to like and follow my page, Michelle Ann. You can share this video with your friends, anyone you know needs help manifesting, or maybe they just want to get out of the dumps. Either way, mwah, have a wonderful night, everybody.